man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm pretty tired.
Hello, guys. Welcome everyone to another of European Siege podcasts. Start with introductions as usual. Let's go top down. Addicted first.
Addicted is good.
Casper DK Addicted.
Cash from Enemy.
Sorlak from Enemy.
Wana Proton Harmony.
Netsui from Hydon.
Pikia from Hydon.
Chaos Raz.
Sarah from Chaos.
Private Wiggles from Leviathan.
Tadef from Leviathan.
Red Star from Misanthropolis.
Vertigo from Misanthropolis.
Excalibur from Oldskool.
Eden from Oldskool.
Candy from Resilience.
Luna, Resilience.
Odds from Resilience. Hello, Sarah.
Nun from Savarin.
Noctil. Freya from Lost.
Alright, guys. So the first siege of today was Calpheon. Enemy didn't got any contest. How you guys feeling about that?
Not too bad, I guess. I mean, we've been getting served for like 6 weeks in a row, so having a little break is pretty nice.
Did you actually expect anyone today?
Sorry, what was that?
Did you expect anyone today?
To be honest, no, not really.
I don't know. Anyone wants to ask Enemy some questions about Calpheon?
I think all the questions they had were asked in Jules' stream already earlier.
Why isn't Jules here?
That's exactly what I was gonna ask. Where is my boy Julie?
He had to go cook some noodles.
He's gonna fall asleep again.
Did he unlock his phone?
Yo, what questions about my stream earlier?
Is that DJ Uls?
DJ Ooze, it is.
That's DJ Uls.
Oh my god, it worked.
Noodles.
What question about my stream earlier?
No, man, they were asking any questions for the siege, and we said all the questions were already asked in your stream.
Alright, I actually have one relevant question, and that is, if you guys plan to like stick into Calpheon until someone comes, or will you like, I don't know, follow suit and give up after some weeks?
10 weeks, guys.
We'll see what happens in the future.
Yep. We haven't decided about that yet, but we'll just do whatever feels right.
Typical Enemy answer, guys.
So vague.
Yeah, but we don't know.
What's your gut instinct? What's your gut instinct?
They don't do politics.
When we get bored, we'll leave.
Okay.
Like, we're not really expecting a fight.
Were you guys not expecting Sovereign or something tonight, or not at all?
No. A little bit maybe, but no, not really.
Alright, boys, so let's move on along. Let's discuss Valencia next, because Ishkar actually has to go or something, and he requested that we discuss this one of the first. So Addicted and Sovereign had a 1v1 fight on Valencia today, as far as I know. How did it go, guys?
You're asking me or what?
Yeah.
Take it away, Ishka.
Take it away. Well, we lost. That's how it went.
That's so descriptive, man.
Okay, these answers are next level.
that was the question, but yeah, we had some engages. It was fun as long as it lasted. Obviously, Oldskool is way stronger than us.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know, but
wow.
Oldskool. Next week confirmed.
Yeah.
I was still first MMO.
Yeah, but anyways, you know, it was a bit back and forth, but not really. We were kind of pushed back the entire time, and in the end, they won. That's how it went.
Can you go a bit in depth? Like, you actually have 2 gates in the castle and all of that. Like, how long did it took them? What did they use? And in general, like, was that every engage that you lost? Did they need like a flag, or did they build near you? I don't know. Give us details, man.
Well, I guess Sovereign can give the details about what they did, but basically, I think the first gate, it took 40 minutes, 39 minutes or something, and the second gate, I don't even know, maybe 10, 15. And, you know, we managed to, however, wipe them a couple of times, maybe like 2-3 times. But overall, it was them being superior today, and kept us at defense the entire fight, and that's how it went. They had a flag up. I scouted the motherfucking flag, and Octo managed to kill me. Even I said no, don't. But they paid the price by losing their flag for that. So I guess that was the high point. We took out Sovereign's flag today, but their base was really close to our fort as well. We could shoot their base from our castle, but it didn't really matter.
How come you were the scout, by the way? Like,
what?
It seemed a bit strange that you were the scout.
Yeah, what's that about GMs being scouts?
Come on. I have multiple tasks.
So, Sovereign, what was your guys' perspective on this one?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say because that question will be asked anyway, why we did not go for enemy. It was a really hard decision for us. I mean, we gave away Mediah to have a fight, and then in the end we could look to the left side, see Valencia, and to the right side, see Calpheon. So we actually were considering more Calpheon to go, but then there was one point, and I think that's something I'm actually really proud of now, that it never happened that, at least in the EU, I think, maybe before in Jordan, or at least Alicin and so on, never before that a guild won one-on-one against a guild that hold Valencia castle, considered at least on the same level, I'd say. Not that big gear difference and stuff. And we wanted to take that, so we went seriously there with the goal to win, even if that was a really high goal. Don't get me wrong, that was not that we underestimated Addicted or something. I mean, we know how strong they are because they wrecked a lot of other guilds. So it was not that we were overconfident or anything. We took that totally serious. We had good preparation, we had good plans, we had a good tactic, we had a good leader team today. Members were on point. Showed great skill, great teamwork. How we outlasted at the first gate, especially, that was actually insane. Then the push, it worked really in our favor. We had one fight at the start where we won the first gate, literally, or at least the position. So we stood there for a really long time. We took it slow because we thought we have a lot of time and we wanted to poke it and we didn't want to lose the position. So at one point, Addicted opened the gate because we just could DPS freely at the gate, at it literally. So we pushed in. They had elephants ready at that point, so it should be around the 30-minute mark. They pushed us back there, but we could hold our position. That's what we wanted to keep it open. So cooldowns low. We resupplied fast. We made an organized push. We took that position in that moment, and so from that point we focused on taking down the first gate. What we did then, we was not in a hurry. We kept Addicted away from that position. We took it down. We went closer. We just went to the second gate that was open, so that went faster even because we could push and take that position even better. Yeah, and from that point it was that choke point fight in Valencia where we just tried to keep pressure up. That was our goal, to just focus. That should be around 1 hour mark, 1:10:20, I think. Yeah, and from that point, we knew that we're gonna take it because we were not that scared about that choke. We had really good preparation for that, and yeah, at one point we won the room. Even if I have to say, these tier 2 elephants, that's absolutely insane. They had them positioned over cross in that room, in that choke. So we had to consider some tactics for that, and it worked out. So, but they are ridiculously strong. It's actually stupid how strong they are. We had fun. GG.
So I have a question. Like I opened the kill feed and I counted 47, which is in Wizard. Can you comment about that?
We actually have a. If you look in the Twitch chat, you will see a screenshot flying around. It's a after party screenshot. You know, when guilds take a screenshot after they take a castle. So I'll paste it again if nobody's seen it, but you can go have a look.
I didn't see it before now, but thanks for posting it.
Well, I actually have to say I'm impressed how some hoax can go around insanely fast in a community. Yeah. Well, anyway, we have 47 wizards and witches, yes, for sure.
Classic meta abusers.
We took a screenshot to prove it.
Yeah, and by the way, I make everybody reroll. That's yeah.
Oh shit! Did I just miss the question about?
You did.
Fuck! I literally went away for like 20 seconds.
I have a question for Sovereign. You always had some groups on walls, like always uphill advantage on Addicted. Do you assign these groups up front? Like, do you have that planned in detail? Who goes on the walls, or is it just random?
It was all
actually
planned.
everything we do is planned.
Just like that Mr. Cow guy with his
okay
descending current down.
It was all planned, dude.
All planned from the walls. You know.
What everyone is wondering right now is probably if you guys, I mean Sovereign, like, do you plan on sitting in this one or will you give it away again?
I think I mean if we don't get fights, we won't have PvP. I mean we will find other ways to have PvP for sure, but I mean, we gave it Mediah already away. So at one point we will definitely give it away. We will keep it definitely now for a week and hope that someone comes. Maybe some guilds comes. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe enemy gives away after some point. I think they deserve as well to sit a while there and get some money, or at least some fights. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Addicted comes next week. Who knows? What can happen? Like stuff can change fast in that game. Yeah. Well.
Ishkar, you guys already have plans for the next week? Like, where will you go?
Not really.
Frinkle's kebab vortex party.
Yeah. Maybe we do a kebab vortex, and appear somewhere, but not really. We haven't really talked about it even. So let's just get today over, and we still have 2 note wars for this week, or maybe more, and we'll decide when the time is right.
We have a lot of witches and wizards in Oldskool, by the way. Just throwing it out.
Awesome.
We have 47. How many do you have? Wait.
Enough. I don't like to count. I think it's too much work to do as a guild leader, but I think it's a pretty good number. I find it kind of ironic that so far the top 2 guilds are always one in Calpheon and one in Mediah, Valencia, like the 2 furthest point from each other. We said that one time when one guild like ruined the fest and body blocked in Valencia. But
what were attendance like today for you guys?
We had 84 or 85.
Yeah, we had around the same. I think we were 86 or 87.
So is it summer, guys, already?
Is it what?
Is it summer?
No, it was not mandatory for us.
We had a fun siege.
All right. So any questions left on Valencia today, guys?
Yeah, I'd like to ask Ishkar something actually, or Casper. Do you guys think you could have done anything differently to have changed the outcome, or was it just clearly Sovereign's win?
Well, we could definitely do stuff differently, but definitely we could do some stuff differently. And I guess I don't know the outcome of that, but we are going to focus on our mistakes rather than anything else, and work on those. and our preparation, I guess.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. So you still think it could potentially be quite close between Addicted and Sovereign?
Right now, to be honest, I don't think so. But again, it's part of the game. Like there is ups and downs in every guild. Like at some
absolutely.
point, people are strong. The one guild is the strongest, the other one's is the weakest, and it changes. The meta changes, the people changes, everything changes. So we'll see in the future.
It could be the ass kicking you needed just to motivate your guys back into shape. Yeah.
I think it's important to know that in a PvE game, there's always going to be a loser, no matter what level. Like even at the highest level, it's going to be always going to be a loser. So a lot of people give guilds shit for losing, but it's a bit, I guess, undeserved, especially at these levels.
You guys think it was a numbers thing though, like from before? I mean, most of the guilds that you fought on your level had much less numbers, right? Whereas now, both us and enemy are sort of along the same lines as you with numbers.
I would say we fought you at the start on pretty equal numbers.
At the start, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like a draw every time?
But numbers have definitely there is no doubt that the numbers obviously have a lot to say.
An
in
impact.
This game.
Yeah.
So it's nothing to hide from. Like, of course, if you come with twice as numbers and let's say equally strength in gear wise and strategy, obviously the guy with the more numbers gonna win. That's not a question.
Wait, you got directed by Sovereign?
Yes.
Oh.
Look back, Ashi.
Sorry, I'm late.
Good to have you, man.
Yeah,
Miss you
sorry, I'm
every
late.
time.
Yeah. You just leave a hole in our... Yeah.
So I want to see that fight.
I
think
kind of like
Jules
a
was
private
streaming
question to Ishka. Like, feel free to just ignore it. Like, I heard that you guys lost a big chunk of like your core members that just naturally left the game. Like, I guess it happens to
I wouldn't say a big
okay.
chunk, but yeah, we lost some members. Some people couldn't keep up playing the game actively, so they decided to, just take it slowly and not be in the guild for now, but they might come back later on.
Yeah, I think it happens to almost every guild. Takes a lot of active time, I guess, to be a top player, and this game is like promotes a lot of AFK playtime.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hope you guys can get back on.
Yo,
a couple of times you defended outside the first gate, even when the first gate was down. Why did you defend outside the gate?
That's my mistake.
Yep. As I said, we have to still work on a lot of stuff we need to work on in the guild, and strategy-wise is also a part of it. Not only players and the improvement of the individual skills or group fights, but also strategy within itself, and that's how it is.
Oh, yes.
All right, guys. So let's move on to Serendia next. Resilience versus Harmony. I think this was 1v1 again.
Yes.
Yep.
Who starts it, Malaka or Harmony?
We can start, I guess, right, Ots?
Yeah, no problem.
We were really thinking about going Mediah actually at first, but we had some information from different people that there was gonna be a clusterfuck with Oldskool, ShadowElite, and some other guilds there. And we would have probably gotten gangbanged straight away. Besides, all the other territories, Calpheon was out of the question, of course. Valencia was out of the question, and really only left Serendia there right now. And we actually had very lower than normal attendance, so we thought, why the hell not? Harmony has gotten more members over the last 2 weeks, so let's give it a shot. Probably no other guild will build there anyway.
Warner Prot, you got anything to add to that?
Yeah, but I thought you were gonna explain what happened. Actually. So what happened that when the siege started, we scouted Resilience base. Like we told our members that they should spy hard on the Serendia region, and they took it a bit too serious because they were body blocking odds for like.
That was funnier than the siege actually. 3 hours ahead before the siege. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so they took it really serious to spy, and even before the siege, we had like a PvP at their castle spot for like I don't know 1.5 hour. And then because of that, because we know their spot, we decided that we're gonna just straight start from their position. But somehow we managed to get her right next to their fences instead of being inside the base. So that was a complete fail. And then after that, it was like a ping pong fight for like I don't even know, like half an hour.
But does it really work, if you stand in our exact base position that you get teleported in as the siege starts, then you get teleported like just outside?
No,
No,
you can go in.
Yeah, if you're right, like if you're around your fort, like inside the fences position, then we're gonna stay inside even when the siege starts.
Oh man, fucking bad RNG you had there, dude.
Yeah, that's what we do. And yeah, so after like half an hour ping pong fight from our base to their base, then and one point, we got the respawn timer started to get high. We had a lot of bad plays.
Did you have tier 2 elephants?
I have. I don't even want to talk about our tier 2 elephants. Like we are really unlucky on those. Like we have one good tier 2 elephant. We crafted I think 4 so far, and only one is good. So we are really unlucky on that. But we have one. Where was I? Yeah. So after like a respawn time started to get higher and higher, and then at the end we just got overwhelmed. Like that base location is horrible. Like the Resilience had some guys on the. I'm not sure if it's a tower or a wooden fence, like south of our base.
Fence, you can climb in.
Yeah.
One up, why did you even place it there? Because we've had our base there like way back, a few times, and every fucking single time we had fucking enemies on top of the castle stuff, just shooting arrows and shit.
Honestly, we didn't know that it this bad. Like we placed it there last week.
Okay.
Just because the back spot was taken, so we wanted to place it somewhere that is not near safe zone. But yeah, now we know that it's really bad, and I'm just sad that we actually can't switch it. I mean, it's Serendia. Like, why shouldn't we be able to switch it? So
yeah.
And then, yeah, like the lemon witch guy, Erio Nyanya, whoever was on the top of that shit was doing a beast-like job from the wooden fin. Yeah, that's it. And we went down, I think, after 50 minutes.
Your cannon guy, I'll have to admit, he was doing a beast-like job as well, man.
Which one?
I don't know.
Everyone, all your cannons were just insane. They were shooting us from north and south just the whole time.
Malaka who had climbed in that immunity spot and he couldn't be reached unless we had a jump elixir. Even by ninjas.
Thanks, we take that as a compliment.
No,
Our
but
cannons are really good.
our scout said it was a Sork in the fucking tower, but nobody of us was able to get up. I think even Lemon tried getting up, but he couldn't get up.
Oh, then it was. Oh, I think I'm not sure if it was Shiza or Tali. Well, he's going to be blushing soon in the guild chat. Oh yeah, it's Shiza. He's already writing his. Yeah, it was Shiza.
Good job to him.
Yeah, so we went down after like 50 minutes. We were 59. I don't know how many residents. Well, yeah, it was a good fight.
We had 74, I think, when I counted.
74, 75, yeah.
So, guys, everyone is pretty curious why Resilience went for Serendia today in the first place, and if you guys plan to sticking around there.
Dude, I explained.
But they explained. Yeah, they explained it.
Yeah.
We had low attendance, or lower than usual. We knew Oldskool, or in our knowledge, Oldskool was gonna try to get a 1v1 with ShadowElite, so you know we knew if we were gonna go to fucking Mediah, we would get wiped at the beginning, because probably Leviathan would have come for us as well, considering our past encounters.
Yeah, I mean, the question was if you guys plan on staying long in Serendia.
We don't know. I guess we'll have to discuss that amongst the officers.
All right, so numbers were mentioned. Any more questions, guys?
Oh wait, I just got a screenshot on Discord and on in Twitch. Yeah, like we got the screenshot when they body blocked odds with 4 horses.
Oh
Yeah, I
saw
have it as well. This is it. It's retarded, but at the same time hilarious because it was a good PvP before the siege, you know. They kept spamming me and body blocking me and taunting mobs on me, so I can't build a base. But it was all good in the end. I mean, you just go with a low level alt and GG.
Don't know, man. I've seen some people getting pretty salty about shit like that.
Yeah, Malaka, I mean, I told to that there was a beast there by Lou or whatever, and I told him, Malaka, you got way too much free time. He was just standing there for hours. I mean, all his Saturday lost. I was like, okay, no problem.
Wait a No, that's not Russians in that screenshot. I thought that would be like Russian part of Harmony.
No, the Russians do their own stuff.
I have a question, like for kind of everyone, whoever wants to reply.
No, we are not going to tell our age.
Fuck. Okay, wait, let me think about something else really fast. Okay, so like since I think the gap is closing overall within every siege guild, like not too long ago, like Serendia and Velanos were just like kind of potato fields, you know, just for inexperienced guilds. I think that at least one of those regions should probably be open to like this type of fights as well. Like what are other people's point of view? Like should the Serendia and Velanos still be potato fields, or is it okay for big guilds together?
Depends what you regard as a potato field guild, though, doesn't it?
I guess lower gear score.
It's a big guild, Wayne.
Well,
it's a big guild.
Like I would say like medium, small scale guilds, like 50.
Well,
50.
Eden, for example, Voss in Balanos, I think they got the most fun seeds today out of all the guilds and all the maps and the areas. I think all the guilds in Balanos had an amazing seeds. Even it's considered the smallest map. Yeah, even Millennium was there as well.
Well, I don't think they had fun though.
No, we had fun. I'll come to that later. Why?
Okay.
Yeah, I think no matter what the map is, I mean, if you have as a target to have fun, you will have fun. You will enjoy the game. I mean, to be completely honest, from our perspective and our point of view, we have much more fun in Serendia and Balanos open field with no cancer gates than in Valencia or Mediah or Calpheon. That you have all these extra mechanics that bug and the fucking siege towers that bug and throw through the floor and you throw down to Molten Core and RAGNAROK. So whatever. Yeah. I mean, it can be fun wherever you go. Just have the right mindset. I mean, bigger or smaller guilds. I mean, we had smaller attendance. We went.
I mean, not too long ago, pretty much every guild that pulled like 60, 70 plus that went on one of those regions were kind of looked down upon. Also, I think just by the fact that we call them potato fields really doesn't set a good like overall.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think, you know, if we didn't go to Serendia this week as well, I think Harmony would have keep getting it for free over the coming weeks.
Actually, we are really happy that we lost it because, as you know, we got recently a merge, but we got Serendia and we got instantly stuck for a week, and we need Node Wars for the new guys. So
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
what
like
about
this.
And it's like when you pick them up, I mean, you have to think of the alternatives. The alternative was to go Mediah, and we will be 3v1 from the start. We will be Zerged first target. So that wasn't fun Saturday for us, so we picked something else. And
I mean,
yeah.
like that depends really. Well, what made you guys think that you were gonna get 3v1?
Because Xenocracked sometimes is really. Anyway, I don't want to comment on that. But
okay.
Besides
Alright,
Xenocrat,
go on.
I think Oldskool would come for us first, and Leviathan as well. So I don't know what Misanthropolis would have done, but it would be harder, much harder. So we decided something that Harmony had emerged. We were like, let's have a fun fight, and it was great. And Harmony has improved as well with the merge.
I can
How many
confirm.
actually were you today?
75.
Okay.
Yeah, I can confirm we would have stripped you, 100%.
Yeah, exactly my point, buddy.
But like my follow-up question is like, is this bad for the citizen? Like, does this mean that less guilds are gonna want to participate?
Dude, that's what I was considering at first as well, you know, because if we didn't go Mediah, you know, we instantly thought, okay, you know, Oldskool is gonna get it, and Oldskool will be stuck, enemy will be stuck, Sovereign will probably be stuck. That only leaves Addicted and whatever is gonna happen in the other regions, you know?
And if you see the bigger picture right now, it's exactly a transition phase, because right now all the bigger guilds got a castle. Sovereign is on the loose attacking its castle per 2 weeks. Addicted is getting a bit. And right now every other guild is on a castle. So Morgul is backed up a bit. Millennium backed up a bit. We backed up a bit. It's a transition phase. I mean, we'll see how it goes.
See what the future awaits.
Exactly.
All right, guys. I guess that wraps up Serendia then. Mediah was the next fight of today. Leviathan, Oldskool, ShadowElite, Misanthropolis, and RAGNAROK. RAGNAROK and ShadowElite didn't come today for the podcast, I think. So only 3 of you guys to discuss what happened.
Nice.
Who's gonna go
Oldskool,
first?
you should probably start this one because RAGNAROK went down first.
I absolutely agree. So we decided that like, okay, ShadowElite is not here, but I also have like a member of our guild that like said he was gonna take a shot of vodka every time I lied. So I really don't want him to die. So I'm gonna be very sincere. Like what happened is we added like I contacted Xenocrat, and like today we had super shit attendance for various reasons. Apparently there was some kind of like skate hockey ice thing in Finland. Like
Finland,
people go crazy about it. Like also we had some Swedish people, so I guess they were also on the ice hockey train. And overall, just cool vacation, you know, like all those things that are really secondary compared to BDO, but some people seems to prefer them. I don't know. But anyway, like low attendance, very low attendance. So we decided, you know, Mediah, Leviathan has them, so it must be a free castle. So we discovered ShadowElite were going there, and we asked them for a 1v1. Like we kind of saw the levels of the guild there and kind of wanted to 1v1 them. It was kind of I think a nice fight. We didn't really care about getting a castle. We just cared about getting a nice fight. So we went there with that idea in mind, like wanting to 1v1 ShadowElite. And we didn't really care about the other guilds. And we really hoped for the 5th guild to be Resilience, because we really wanted to zerg them down. Like, you know, fuck Resilience in particular. And sadly, they went to Serendia, and that's another story. So we found out that RAGNAROK was in Mediah, and I kind of told them, like, we want to 1v1 ShadowElite. Do you want to go like somewhere else? Kind of. Like, I asked them if they wanted to go against Leviathan, like siege the castle, because like go somewhere else, like not in between. And they said like no, and so we just said okay, and we 1v1 them. They went down in like 30 minutes. I really appreciate them for coming like to a siege, to Mediah, to a castle siege. I think they definitely they have balls. They are a guild that has balls. Like they go to bigger fights. They don't go for the win or like for the easy castle. They go for the fight. It's very respectable. I think every guild should respect Ragnarok for that. But kind of unfortunate for them that we somewhat wanted to 1v1 ShadowElite. So after Ragnarok went down, we went for ShadowElite, which are also not here. Are they?
No.
No, they're not.
Okay, so ShadowElite, as I said, very low attendance from us. We had 65 signing up, which is like, Jesus Christ, like, is ice hockey really that good? Like, that makes me wonder.
Seems
but,
to be.
Yeah. And in the meantime, like, Wiggles was having a really, really intense coin flip match against Misanthropolis, and we kind of figured out to leave them, be.
There we go again.
Just leave them be, Just have fun while we 1v1 ShadowElite. I don't think I don't think Leviathan really likes ShadowElite. Not sure why, but we had this 1v1 against ShadowElite, really, really good. We expect, as I said, I didn't expect to win, honestly, with these numbers, but we won. And when ShadowElite went down, it was kind of, how can I say that without?
That was kind of it. That was it.
Yeah. Then we
God,
had
he done. Make me feel bad.
Yeah. No, I absolutely love Leviathan. I had a 4D chess game with Wiggles, but little did he know, Italian national 4D chess champion. So kind of played it in my card trap card, whatever. And that's it. We went there. I think Addicted is gonna come next week. And if we win, they're gonna disband, just like it happened to Harmony.
You might want to mention ShadowElite's open gates.
Yes, yeah. That is a minor detail. So one of the reasons we managed to enter in ShadowElite base was because they left their gate open. But I don't think that's something that is worth mentioning. Like, it was there. Why are we even talking about it?
Because that's
Did anybody
part
even
of the
try to
siege.
close it, or
I
was
don't
it just
know.
there?
It was someone opened it. They had their gate open.
Did I tell you why they opened it?
To let people out, I guess, or Ian, like, it's their business.
I ran past it at one point to see what the hell was going on, and I was like, why is their gate open?
I put a ball, a circle ball on the gate, and I think some guy got really pissed and opened the gate. Came chasing after me.
Was it open for a longer time or something? Or what?
It was open for a while.
Once it was open, that was it.
What the fuck?
Like, close the gate. Like, someone should make a PSA like video.
It was open at like critical moments, so they actually let like 50 people into their base, and then there was just no way of closing it after that, I guess.
So yeah, like the actual victory was we wiped them ShadowElite multiple times 1v1, even though it wasn't easy. Like, it was some really intense fight. I think they are very good. I think. And at one point they disappeared. So I guess they either did TP or they just walked to our base. We were very close. 500 distance. It was nothing. And while our gates were closed, theirs were open. I think that's what really changed the situation there. So I think if you keep your gates closed, you have more chance to win a base race. I'm not really putting my finger on it. But
You need to test the theory first.
I need to test it. And wait. I know Lakari is in chat. Lakari, I want to tell you, man, since our last chat, I learned something, and on that base race, I kept my maneuver, and we won. We have the castle. All the accuracy bullshit I told you, it's false. It's fake. AP made us win. Like,
sell the Vanguards, get rid of it.
Sell the Vanguards. It's AP.
Back maneuver.
The damage to the structures was insane. We won so easily. Like, the gates went down with 2 hits.
He already accepted Vanguards as his Lord and Savior, man.
No. Trust me. Neuver is what made us win. It's the new EU meta. Like, people are evolving in EU. You need to keep up, It's a very fast evolving meta. Neuver is the tits now.
we also found these things, the traps that you can plant on the ground. And there's different variations of them. There's some that damage elephants and knock the rider off, and there's some that stun too.
Yo, one step at a time, man.
It's quite a revolution. Like,
Yeah, don't jump in too
it's
deep
changing the
here.
whole scene.
It's completely
Crazy.
Also, like in EU, we have this threshold to win. It's 47 witch and wizards. You reach that sweet point and you win.
Exactly. We proved
47.
that we can
Write this down.
Not 48.
No. 48 is too much. It has to be balanced.
You need some frontline, you know. You can't have too many.
Anyway, that was it for us. I'm really looking forward for these 7 days of payouts, and then of course Addicted next week. We're probably gonna hire a lot of guilds. Definitely, we don't do alliances, but maybe some guilds will be there organically to defend us.
All right. So Leviathan, you guys kind of have a deja vu tonight about like 2 weeks before that.
No, it doesn't even look remotely similar. Yeah, basically, we've had this weird fight going on with ShadowElite since Mediah last week because of just, I don't know, just a blood war over what happened last week kind of thing. And we didn't know what was going to happen. We knew all the guilds that were coming, and we kind of expected that ShadowElite would come straight for us, but we didn't know if they would actually do that because we didn't think that would be the best way for them to potentially win the siege. Sure enough, though, the Node War starts and we start seeing ShadowElite gathering up at the bridge, and you know, ShadowElite are a very strong guild. We wiped them like I think once or twice, and then they kind of pushed us back to our gate, and then they started hitting on our gates. And Misanthropolis got involved coming through the sewers, and then we were kind of getting attacked from both ends, and it was all going on, and we were trying to hold them for as long as we could because we basically knew that if Oldskool take out RAGNAROK, ShadowElite would get essentially killed by Oldskool. So we were just trying to hold for as long as we could because we were heavily outmatched and we were heavily outnumbered as well, and we were just trying to hold it for as long as we could. So
wait, one question. You were at the castle. They left their gates open and they went for the castle while they had Oldskool.
No, that was later.
Okay.
That was later in the siege. That's when Oldskool started attacking.
So
them.
they didn't attack Oldskool at all, and they thought, let's take out the castle first.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't really understand why. I don't really understand why they did that. I don't know why they. Yeah, I don't really know.
In the end, it might have made us. Might have made them lose the entire siege, but I don't know. It's their decision, I guess.
I know why it happened. It's called
happened in Valencia as well.
Except dagger?
No. It's just called cocaine.
That white powder.
But it was that, and then as soon as obviously Ragnarok went down, Oldskool went and hit on ShadowElite, and ShadowElite had to pull back. So we decided not to get involved in that and leave them to it. And we wanted to fight Misanthropolis because we've had a few fights with them before. And I think we knew by that point anyway that we weren't going to win the castle, regardless of if it's ShadowElite or Oldskool. We're not going to be able to 1v1 them. So we went to fight Misanthropolis. We killed Misanthropolis a few minutes after Oldskool had killed ShadowElite, and then Oldskool just basically turned up and did nasty things to us, and we lost.
I just really want to hear ShadowElite's side of the story and actually ask their leadership that why in hell would they go for us first instead of actually fighting Oldskool? Because it makes no sense at all.
I think it becomes a bit more clear if they agreed to a 1v1 before with Oldskool.
Yeah.
That now makes sense. That makes sense now.
Yeah. As I said, I contacted Casino, and I just specifically asked for a 1v1. I think our two guilds are pretty equal grounds in terms of skill, and just overall nice to have a 1v1. And I guess as I said, not to be disrespectful, but the other guilds weren't quite at the same level, so I don't think it would have mattered. And if the other guilds would have just teamed up with someone, probably wouldn't have been fun for someone at least. Just would have been a big circ. To my point of view, at least.
So one more question. when ShadowElite was out, and it was Leviathan, Misanthropolis, and Oldskool, why didn't Leviathan team up with Misanthropolis with Red Star to fight Oldskool, since they are two smaller guilds to fight the bigger one?
We wouldn't have been able to beat him with Misanthropolis and Leviathan, I don't think. And we just wanted to fight. Well, I don't like owning owning a castle is, like you were saying, it's not that fun. It's good, it's great money, but we're not at the stage yet where we should own a castle. I think everyone knows that here. Like, we're not a castle siege guild. So owning it for another week and everything to then get essentially have to throw our bodies to defend it again for 3 hours, it's not actually
Also, at the point that ShadowElite went down, Misanthropolis' base was like completely gone, and their base was at like 20%.
Yeah, so we just
So next Saturday we can see you, Serendia.
Serendia, Balanos, we might take a week off because we're not a guild that's meant to do sieges every weekend, but it's been all these, obviously, these castle giveaways and shit.
Yeah.
We've been doing sieges now for the last 4 weeks in a row, so we might take a week off. We don't know yet. But yeah, if not, we'll be back to Potato Fields or Serendia by next week.
So we still didn't hear from Misanthropolis. How did the siege go for you guys?
Well, yeah, we came to Mediah just because, well, got to give the tips about that one emblem that Leviathan got for a few days. Nice freakish emblem.
It was great. Best emblem.
And so reason why we went there, it was pretty much because we had few good fights before Leviathan before, and we decided to go there. And well, when we realized that there was a Oldskool and ShadowElite and a few bigger guilds going on there, and RAGNAROK was pretty much next to us, and we were kind of on the first minutes we were watching around that what is happening here, and well, then we noticed that Oldskool went to RAGNAROK and ShadowElite went to Leviathan, and we were thinking that what we are going to do, because we are not going to sit down here. And then we decided that we took everyone on the Mediah shore, and all my guild swam behind the Mediah castle and went to the sewers and went to inside the castle, and I think we got Leviathan surprised by that, and we had some good fights. Well, then my scouts saw that ShadowElite was retreating, and then we guessed that Oldskool went against the ShadowElite, like was mentioned before. And well, then we had some fights against Leviathan. Then the mistakes were made when we were kind of inside the castle trying to open the second gate. Then we heard from our defense that Leviathan already came to our base. And that's the point when the things fuck up, because you destroyed our base pretty fast because our defense was low, because our attendance, well, like Wayne, I'm sorry, Eden mentioned earlier.
Thank you. We prefer Wayne.
That the ice hockey
We definitely
is... Goddamn ice hockey is melting Finnish people brain, and Misanthropolis attendance was only around 35, 37, so we were super low on the attendance. But what can you do when people love sports?
International guild, man.
Not yet. Hopefully not.
Stream alive.
Not ever.
Yeah, regarding attendance, I think Oldskool had 65 hidden set. RAGNAROK said they had 64. I'm not sure about ShadowElite. And Leviathan, how many did you guys have?
Def, do you know? I think we were 60, will we?
City said 61, but in Discord afterwards we were 59. So 59, 61. Something like
That's
that.
a lot of YouTubers, man.
Seriously, you wait for our new videos to come out. You're gonna love them. There's gonna be loads.
And you will see our emblem again. It's gonna be a Twitch one.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna mix it up.
All right, guys. Any question left on this one? So, Guess not. So let's move on to Balena's last siege of today. It was 5 guild siege, I think. That factory isn't here, and as far as I know, Millennium went down first on this one.
That's correct.
So you want to start this one, Lon?
Sure. Before I go into what happened, I wanted to state why we went back to Balenos, and the reasons we went to Balenos are based on 2 factors. One is basically that we need to improve again because of the alliance. When we were allied with Morghulis, we kind of threw away most of the strategies, and it built up around waiting for Morghulis, and Morghulis waited for us. One of us engaged, and then the other one engaged after. So it kind of slowed down our reaction times, and we just needed to get our mojo back. So we decided we have to practice. So we had the choice between Mediah or Balenos and Serendia, but I believed it was a much better choice to practice if we go to Balenos and fight multiple guilds that are more or less well, not as tough as Enemy or Oldskool, you know. So we went mostly just to practice, not to win. Winning was only secondary for us, and we got what we wanted. We got a lot of guilds on us. When I say strategy, I mean things like using medical kits at proper times, protective areas, rotating, black holes on engage with berserkers, all this stuff. We just needed to get it back into our systems. We had what we wanted. We got right after start, we got attacked by High Dawn, Vikings on Shrooms, and Chaos. Their factory was only shooting with cannons, but then they stopped and they weren't attacking anyone. So it began with High Dawn from the west. They were grouping up at a safe zone there, and Chaos from the east and Vikings from the north. They were attacking. I don't know if they were coordinating, but they were attacking at really good times. At first, we tried to take out Chaos. We were working on their base. But as soon as we went to Chaos, High Dawn and the Vikings would attack our base. We were forced back. The first hour, we managed to wipe all 3 over and over. But when our recovery started to fall and the respawn timers got higher, the moment our main raid got sandwiched by the 3 guilds, we would have a really hard time getting back on our feet with our buildings out. But we managed to scrape 20 minutes more, and we lasted about 1 hour and 20 minutes against 3 guilds and 1 neutral guild. We got what we wanted. We weren't angry or anything. I don't know what people would think of that. Sure, we got attacked by all the guilds, but that's common sense. You know, anyone would do that. I would do the same if I were on their shoes. And I'm also very happy to see Vikings around back. You guys are strong. You just need maybe a few more numbers. I don't know. You guys, I'm just happy to see you guys back on your feet again, Freya. I mean, I was really happy to see you guys there. Same for High Dawn. I mean, they were big on Jordan days, and I'm also happy to see them around back, kicking ass again. So yeah, we got what we wanted. We just want to practice a few weeks more before before returning to castle territories. We don't really wanna ally again. I mean, sure we could, but we would prefer to go on our own. But we don't really feel ready for that yet. We still need to make good use of whale hunting. We need those perfumes. We need to use even more villas. There's still some things we have to work on, and I believe going Balenos against multiple guilds would be better. If we really wanted to win, we could have maybe tried to talk with Resilience from Mediah, or we could have attacked on one we want with Harmony, but we didn't really want to do that. So we just got our practice, and we just need to practice a bit more. It's pretty much from our side.
So would you tell that like the disbandment of Morghulis got you to change your guild from inside? And I mean it's a lot of hard work. You guys ready for it?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of new members, and they joined around the time we were with Morghulis. And when you work with another big guild, the engagement aren't as fast. you wait for the other guild waits for you. You engage at the same time. You know, things like this. It kind of like there's a lot of people that still needs to get back into the more fast-paced combat, following the ping and all this stuff. That's the main reason. I mean, now that now that Morgullis is not around, we didn't really feel ready to hit castles on our own. Otherwise, if we were still going on with this M&M thing, we would have probably, well, most likely attacked either Mediah or perhaps Calpheon. I don't know. But since Morgullis is not around yet, and yeah, that's not gonna happen. So yeah, doesn't seem like there's much pressure on. Well, there won't be pressure on castle territories anymore, and I really hope some other guilds take advantage and ally up and start hitting castles. It's fun sometimes, guys. You shouldn't shy away from doing that. I know alliances are like looked down upon, but it shouldn't be. It's a nice, fresh, you know, when you kind of start pushing on the top guilds, kind of gets fun sometimes. Playing the Robin Hood role, you know, taking from the rich, giving to the poor, like we did to Addicted.
That's quite good, actually, the Robin Hood.
Yeah. We know after Addicted held Valencia for 8 weeks, we were like, oh my god, fuck that, man. It's time. The peasants revolting, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty awesome you guys are trying to stand on your own, though, I must admit, you know. Because I imagine you must have got quite a lot of shit. As a guild, the whole M&M thing, you must have got quite a lot of harassment for it. And like you say, it's frowned upon, but I think it's only frowned upon by those who don't implement those same strategies.
Well, it's, you know, you get to be called a man shower rutum or whatever, but yeah, we don't care, you know.
But then looking at it from your point of view, it must be satisfying taking down the bigger guilds, you know.
Yeah, it's the part of the achievement, man. Winning a castle just like that, and it feels good. But as I said,
definitely.
Right now we want to like improve on ourselves, more like a Harmony does right now. When they're just, you know, taking it slow, practicing, getting their people in check before going to the castles again. And this time we really want to do it on our own, not with an alliance. But that time will tell how good we improve over the time. But yeah,
I mean, that's very respectable, you know. Try to stand on your own feet, so definitely a good goal to have as a guild.
So yeah, we just need to work a lot, and we believe fighting in Balnos or Serendia against multiple guilds is the best way to get the practice. We get more blob versus blobs. We need shorter time span to react, all these type of things.
All right, so I guess Chaos, it's your time, guys. Because you went down next, right?
Yeah, well, at the beginning we had a deal with Hydon and was to check out Millennium. And after about an hour and something, Millennium died. And then we went for Death Factory instead. But Hydon started to attack our base, so we went back to the base and started to try to defend against them instead. And after a while we realized that Hydon and Voss probably had an alliance. So we tried to help Death Factory instead to defend those off so we could have a bigger chance to survive, but Death Factory died as well. And after Death Factory started to attack us again, after that, we tried to defend as far as we could, and Voss also joined in to attack, and it didn't really last that long. We died after, quite soon after that, and it was still quite a fun war. We had lots of shifts in power and stuff, but it was fun. We were also very surprised to see a guild like Millennium came into the potato field in Balnos, but it was fun.
All right, got anything else to add? So Hydon was, I guess, Hydon, guys, I actually have to ask this straight away. Was it a temporary alliance with Vikings or anything else?
Yeah, we went in with knowing it.
Well, after having a coin flip the last 2 weeks from Chaos and Death Factory, we decided to facilitate a similar situation. So we learned that Voss is going to Balenos, and after that we decided to, in the beginning, go together and make a 1v1 from this situation. It actually played out really well, pretty much like we planned. We didn't know who the 5th guild was, but we knew that Death Factory would be there in Chaos. So yeah, Millennium went down, and then the other 2, and then the 1v1 happened, which we're really happy about. And
I'm only
yeah,
asking this because I don't kind of have a history with alliances back from Jardine.
Oh.
No, those times are long past. Like leadership has changed many times. Well, not many times, but has changed before. So, like all the backstabbing, this we have left all that stuff behind.
We are honorable.
All right, guys. So carry on. How did the fight go on for you?
Yeah, well, we were at, after Death Factory was out, we went for Chaos. I mean, well, Highdown went for Chaos straight away, but we could not take them down. So Boss was with Death Factory, and when Death Factory was out, we went 2 versus 1 on Chaos. Towards the end of Chaos, we got a bit scared, and we were circling back and didn't want to finish off Chaos because we were afraid of a backstab, which didn't come, which made us really happy, to be honest. And following that, I don't know how long we fought Voss, but yeah, the fight started with those, and it was pretty balanced, I think. Although in the end we got overwhelmed, especially by that teleport that came in the end into our base, which gave us the final step. Yeah, but till then I think we fought about 1 hour or longer. I'm not sure right now.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, back and forth. We couldn't really push the Voss base, but our base went bit by bit down. The elephants came, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times, maybe less, and we always rebuilt the walls again. But in the end, it wasn't enough, and every structure was down, everything was down, walls were down, and they teleported in and gave us the final step.
Frey, you won with the teleport?
Yeah, again, man.
God damn it, man. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
it's my special weapon. I'm a ninja Valkyrie. They don't spot me.
Yeah, you're invisible.
You know, I actually sent a guy behind you, Freya. I was like, don't let that guy TP. Just that one guy, just one guy to just look for you, man. Holy shit. It's TPs, man.
I was hiding by the spectators on the west side of the Highdown base.
Were you reading a newspaper as well?
Oh yeah, I was crouching down, reading a newspaper, and yeah, talking with the
Sunglasses.
spectators. Yeah,
Oh, man.
you know, just waiting for my fellow guild members to respawn so we could go and finish.
So how was the fight in general for you today, Freya?
It was good. Millennium was a hard nut to crack, of course. They had a lot of members, so running into them was like running into a wall, so to say. But after an hour, as they said, they went down. Then we actually applied a little bit of odds strategy against the Factory and Chaos. Surrounded them like rats and didn't let them escape.
What strategy? Odd strategy?
Yeah, you know, when you surround them and you don't let them jump out, you stay inside, you know, you trap the rats. Or, yeah, right, it got used against you guys, I think.
Yes, that's the
Alright, yeah.
full throttle balls deep strategy.
No, the surround the base and don't let them get out strategy.
Yeah, that's how I call it. Balls deep.
I have another balls deep strategy, but that's not the same as yours.
Later after stream, you can tell me.
Okay.
With
But
Jules
yeah,
as well.
so after Millennium, we went to the Factory, had a 1 versus 1 with them. Chaos came pushing in, attacking us from the side a couple of times, but not too much. I'm assuming they were too busy with Highdown. So after the Factory went down, we just went over to Chaos. As Highdown said, they pulled out, so we were a little bit unsure. Are they going to attack us, or what are they doing? So we were a bit unsure about getting backstabbed there as well. But yeah, they didn't, so we took out Chaos, and then the long back and forward fight with Highdown continued.
The reason we backed off from Chaos base was Mainly because we didn't actually have our guild leader joining the fight today, so we missed the guild TP. We had to position ourselves before the fight actually, so I believe it would have been a huge disadvantage if we would have stayed at the chaos base to finish it off and let you guys attack first or use the teleport.
But I was over at the chaos base. But yeah, and then the ending was basically we did a relatively successful open field fight against them. We wiped them. We pushed their gate and pushed into their base and got it down to around 40 or 30% or 20, something like that. And then they mass respawned. Since it was just one fence that was down, it was too hard to get out with everyone, so a lot of the people died. So a full wipe. I went and hid among the spectators, planning to do a teleport since I knew that from previous engagement, as soon as we got cleaned out of their base, they moved out more or less all of their people outside of the base and started doing circles or trying to intercept us before we arrived so they could rebuild. And when the last person had respawned, I snuck up on one of the fences, jumped the wall, and summoned inside. And yeah, and then screamed a little bit at my Vikings to get that base down. I think we had like 3 or 4 people left in the base when it got finished.
To be fair though, those 20 people sitting there from enemy and whatever shit guild were really annoying.
Welcome to Siege. That's why you don't want to finish last, because then everyone is there spectating you.
Yeah.
So what was attendance for each guild guy?
For Hydon, we had 39 members, but we had like, I think we had 4 or 5.
Three.
Okay, 3. We had 3 mercenaries, so, like people joining just for the siege. So they didn't really have any previous experience with that.
3 mercenaries?
Yeah, they basically just wanted to join for a siege to experience it, something, I'm not quite sure. But we let them in and they contributed a bit. That's basically it.
Did they just left after the siege?
Yeah, they left after the siege.
Did they enjoy themselves?
Yeah, at least they thanked us for this opportunity.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Or they're never coming back.
We don't
for
know.
another.
They had pretty
Chaos
good gear
was-
as well, like more than our gear requirement had.
Everyone else.
Come on, Chaos, Raz, and Sarah. Don't sleep asleep.
Sorry, we were 53 tonight.
We were 58 in the end.
We were about 70 at the beginning, but it went up to 80.
And the factory, I have no clue.
Was
Fucking
it
so.
They're not here at least.
No, they're not here, but they were there. But maybe 30?
As far as I know, they had like 40 people, yeah. Alright, so any questions left on Balance, guys?
What was the Vikings attendance? I didn't quite catch that.
In the end, we were 58, I believe.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, well, depending on you guys, you have some really strong wizards and witches that are very annoying.
You need to get 47, by the way, if you didn't catch that.
But it has to be exactly 47.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it in mind.
If Nin says so, I mean.
It is important.
Okay, like people are just falling asleep in chat. Like, who's the best bulk, Nin or Freya?
Oh, no.
Should we do a 1v1? 1v1?
1v1.
1v1.
Well, I mean, Nin and I had a 1v1 ages ago.
Really?
Oh, yeah, we did that. Really.
Oh, who won?
I did one.
He won, yeah, I have to say.
But this was
man.
ages ago.
Sovereign disbanding when?
I don't know.
Alright, guys, so shout out time.
Yeah, I want to make one. Sadly, no one of Addicted is here anymore, but 1 hour, 45 minutes. And now I'm off. Good night.
Good night.
Shout out to all my Vikings and Cannoneers for sacrificing the balls, especially all the cannonballs. a lot got spent tonight.
What the fuck? Malaka will fall asleep.
Shout out to NA to just teaching me the way of the AP.
And as well, in Europe, we toss the red coral earrings. We toss them. They're like a gray item, garbage. We just use witch's earrings and Tungrade only. Red coral earring is crap. It's like Rebluff.
It's for fail stacks. We use red cards for fail stacks.
Yes.
Anyone else?
The defense team of Oldskool, obviously. Hedon, how could you forget?
Yeah, without them we couldn't have won.
We couldn't have won.
Just
I would like to shout out the whole Balanos siege. I think it was awesome. I hope we can continue keeping this Balanos or maybe Serendia siege as like potato as possible.
Potato is life, man. Like it's a very like nutritious food.
Best carb?
Not so sure about that, to be honest. Now that M&M is not around, I don't know who will go besiege these castles, unless people ally up. Not to be realistic, but I hope it. Yeah, sure. I mean, we'll see how it goes.
I think there's plenty of guilds that are gonna just step it up.
I don't know. Before, when M&M took a region, the other guilds would show up there, or when a castle giveaway was done. But now that there won't be any of those two, I'm not very. I hope it will continue, of course, but it might just be that 3 castle territories are just, no CG. I hope it doesn't boil down to that, but it's possible.
It won't.
It definitely won't.
Sauron taking the mantle, huh? Just going from castle to castle. That's good. That's
You have to draw the line somewhere. Unless we want a dead game.
It's very respectable, by the way. Just keep at it.
Thanks.
All right, so my time to shout out. Check out Terragon events. I'm sure he's got another tournament at the end of this month, probably. Thanks to Bruce G, Draelic, and Cartapilicious for the donations tonight. And thank you all guys for being here today, and thanks everyone for following. And we'll see you all next week. See you guys. Bye.
Hello,
Hello, Sireke. Bye-bye, guys. Good night.
See ya.
Time for Fab Pilaku.
Oh, and NA podcast is happening in 5 hours, 4 hours, whenever NA sieges are on. See you guys.
Good luck, Swiper. I definitely don't want to be you.
you